The Congress of Unions of Employees in the Public Sector, or Cuepacs, is asking the government to review the civil servant salary schemes and allowances. It is on top of its request for a 3-month bonus for the country's 1.6 million civil servants. These are among Cuepacs' wish list for the budget 2016, which is set to be tabled October 23rd. Its Secretary General Datuk Pheng says better remuneration packages and training programs for civil servants could help them cope with the rising cost of living.
But just now, as I mentioned, that we don't expect the government to implement the 252 at one time.
So gradually?
Yes, because it is going to cost a lot. I'm not saying that we are demanding, but we have to be fair in certain situations. So cannot demand the government to give us the 252 scheme, but at least looking at those very critical one, like the uniform group. The uniform group from far ahead, their salary have not been revised. Looking at the scheme now, not upgraded. And then another group is the clerical staff. The clerical staff also comes to quite a number of them. Well, I think it is quite. They are all across the board. They are working in all the departments. You have the clerical staff, and they play very important role. They are also the backbone of this. All our in the public sectors.
As for the proposed bonus, the union says it could alleviate the civil servants' financial burden.
Of course, this is a proposal, but we know that it is a burden to the government. We know that because just to pay to the government servant is maybe 3 months, once like that is something that is quite a big sum. But as I propose is now that you can stagger it. And also we'll have a look at the productivity side. Now we take into consideration accounting for productivity. Maybe that, and one of the promise that the government servants should fulfill. Make sure that if you are given such amount, then you make sure that you have to improve your productivity so that it is value for whatever people pay to us. That is very important. And of course, it's all up to the government.
Cuepacs is also urging the government to exempt certain groups from paying GST, as it places a huge burden on them.
Cuepacs has also proposed to reduce the burden of a few groups of people. One of under GST, 6% GST, where we hope the government will look at those OKU group, okay, and also babies. Like babies, they are buying milk powder, see, so it is also a burden. Okay, and 6% waive off the 6%. And another one is that for those elderly people. Now, because I think, especially for those wage earners, things are, as I say, yes, now the cost of living are going up, and then of course now even your commitment towards the elderly people, your father, mother, or whatever the elderly people in the house, you have to take care of them. There's a cost, so that cost is going up.